Appreciate you, Coach. One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Green 80!
Mike 58, right there. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Front left, front left.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Now, Russell Wilson appears to be shaken up. And you know they're holding their breath over on that sideline. He's still down. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back.
Keep on coming, baby. Keep coming.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
I'm coming after you.
Back to throw. Keenum. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jabril Peppers, the former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. Fighting through it. He's got space. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Austin Eckler, 57 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Bears nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. 58's the mark. Check.
Now it's Wilson. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On first down, Wilson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 24, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this.
Touchdown, Packers! A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Gay is on for the point after. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find the matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, alert. Bring out. Bam. 10. Check 15. Switch. 58, boys. 58.
To throw is Wilson. This is caught by Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Check safety. Deuce.
Alert. 36 power.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
No pass. 58,
Here's Wilson. Open man, it's Allen. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Wilson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Check.
Coleman. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
58 for Mike. 58.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson forced out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and
8. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Oh, you got deep?
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 at the 19. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
58 right there. Let's get this ball back.
Hey, 0.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Exit.
Here's Wilson. It's complete. James White. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
But he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 58, right over there. Yeah.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
That's it, baby. We got work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They started on the ground with Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check right. Watching the ball. Good track. Mike, go. Right on the ball. Pick the ball. Here we go.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jerry Tillery in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
58, right over there. Long shot. 58, right there.
Wilson. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored point.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Third down. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On third down, here's Coleman. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Check 13. Switch. Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On second down, it's Coleman. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Yo, 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 yo.
From the gun, Wilson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap, his second sack of the night. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
We got this.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's Eckler again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike by 5, Mike 55, Mike by 5. You got nothing today.
Now Haskins on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, this, of course, the 100th season of NFL football, and 17 matchups with historical significance have been picked throughout the season. And this is the first of them, Bears and Packers, the NFL's oldest rivalry dating way back to 1921, with the Packers having the all-time edge 96, 94, and 6 ties. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack.
Kill, turn. Kill, turn.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Green Bay.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They go play action now. Haskins. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. From 3 yards out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as they'll go for 2.
Tight dog.
Watch the pass.
58's the mark.
Haskins going to throw again. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Wilson. It's Williams on the catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
19.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes us against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against his zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Green 80! 58, come on! 19. He's scared.
This is Coleman. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tevin Coleman. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears cut into that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Let's go! Do it!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Stop your whining.
Once more, here's Eckler. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3-and-out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Let's go double count right here, double count. Right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hurry. It's gonna be a long day, offense.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson, he'll run it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jerry Tillery in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing is Wilson. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Being chased out left. This is Coleman with a grab. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Check, crunch.
Here's White. Tackle made by the Pro Bowl safety Landon Collins.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 38-yard line.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his 1st NFL sack. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the shotgun, Wilson trying to lay one up deep and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Check. 12.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. They'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Complete to number 84.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. On first down, it's Haskins. That's complete to Sharp.
The first down pass.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. To throw on third down, Haskins. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the twist.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, and he's going to go down again. Jordan Willis dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
Watch the slant.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Haskins going to try to throw it. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. yards. A good pickup there of 22.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another try after the first down sack. Haskins under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carlos Dunlap bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Haskins got his man. It's Williams. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said,
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jordan Willis able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
this offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Go 14.
Coleman now. He's got room to run past the 20. And he gets this one down to the 24. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Packers, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they go down to defeat here in the opener.